Good morning, Mr. Lair. For the record, please, your information, and you'll have 2 minutes. Thank you.
Good morning, Chairman, members of the committee. It's a pleasure to be before you here again. I'm with the Idaho Freedom Foundation, Sam Lair, and I am in strong support of 1198. I'd like to begin by reading to you briefly an excerpt from the University of Idaho's Writing Center's anti-racism statement, which states, "We recognize our cultural context, which includes the growing and overdue awareness of structural racism in the United States and its academic institutions. As the Writing Center is situated in academia, we see our work is entwined with issues of structural racism and are committed to actively working against it. It is our position that it is not enough to not be racist, thus we are anti-racist." Members of the committee, this statement here I think encapsulates the true problem with DEI. Call me old-fashioned, but it is my belief that a writing center should be focused on helping kids with their grammar and not with social activism. I think if you look at the fundamental issue with DEI, is that it's not merely that it provides resources to some children or some students, not the others. More fundamentally, it transforms the mission of our colleges and universities from educating doctors and lawyers and engineers and people who are going to provide to this prosperity of the state to creating social activists. If you look at the Boise State's Institute for Transformative Scholarship, it calls itself an agent of social change. I don't think that's the purpose of a university. And it's a costly mistake that our universities are making. The Idaho Freedom Foundation estimates that in 2023, we spent $5.8 million on DEI offices' salaries. That is $5.8 million we could have spent reopening the College of Mines at the University of Idaho or studying wildfire mitigation strategies that would save the life and property of our citizens. Instead, we are focusing on providing group counseling for LGBTQ members of the student body and helping them with their transitioning and coming out. It is my position that we need to restore the credibility and refocus our institutions on their core mission, which is educating informed members of society. And that's my time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lair. Questions, committee, for Mr. Lair. Representative Matthias.
Lost it at the end there.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Lair, I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. Did you say that being against racism makes you a social activist and being a social activist is bad?
Mr. Lair.
Chairman Pickett, Representative Matthias, I appreciate the question. Thank you. I think it's important to recognize, I'm going to read this sentence one more time if you allow me to. It is our position that it is not enough not to be not racist, thus we are anti-racist. What we are talking about here is not merely the colorblind society envisioned by abolitionists such as Frederick Douglass or Martin Luther King Jr. What we are talking about is a more radical belief that America is fundamentally and irredeemably racist and has to be dismantled down to its core and rebuilt from the foundation. I believe that's a radical claim, and it follows through the philosophy of the Frankfurt School, which is developed from a cultural Marxist lens that I don't think is appropriate to be pushing into a writing center.
Okay, thank you. Seeing no further questions, thank you, Mr. Lair. We appreciate your testimony today.
Thank you, Chairman, members of the committee, for your time.
Yep. We'll move to Sangam Stanchik.